the athletic to need to.
Okay, is that better? Can you guys hear me now? Get disconnected? No, it would show me it was disconnected. Oh, can you hear me, so? Ah, okay, okay. I'm glad you are here, otherwise I would be doing this for a while and no one would have told me otherwise. Let me check on my end too. Oh, okay, now I can hear myself. Good, good. Beautiful, okay. Okay, copy stream, post. By the way, I have officially embraced my full non-binary self. My pronouns are they, them now. Not that that is an issue. I don't really get offended. It's just my preferred pronouns. For any of you that are wondering. I've just noticed occasionally when someone refers to me as he, it's just like a little icky. It's like, ugh. It's like if somebody called you a she and you don't associate with that, you're like, what? What are you doing? Not necessarily like offended. Naughty squad. It's a naughty. Thank you. Okay. Discord. Posted there. Let's post on my old channel too, just in case any of my old subscribers are still kicking there. Ah, nice, congratulations. It is really hard embracing yourself when the whole world essentially tells you that's weird, you know? Oh, notification squad. Okay, okay. All right, that should be everywhere. Everyone should be briefed on what's going on. All right, let's pull this up on my phone just so I can read your comments more easily. And then I guess it'd be easy to go through the Discord. Use my own notification. That's real. It's a real pro tip right there. Howdy, Larry. Oh God. There we go. No, I do not want to learn more. Please stop giving me pop-ups in my already small chat. Oh, I hate YouTube's apps so much. All right. Yeah, I'm actually interested in trying that out sometime too. I feel like it would be a very fun mod pack for me to get into. Of course, I've always been a little bit of a traditionalist. While I love mods, I also really like the idea of having everything that I build be accessible to everyone. Now, granted, of course, now I'm using shaders and a sexy resource pack, so that's a little less accessible, but like, you know, at least the resource pack is pretty easy to get a hold of. That's great. I'm glad you're able to be more of yourself. That's a very, very hard first step. Is A, recognizing what is making you happy and what isn't, because let's be honest, it's kind of hard to recognize sometimes. And B is actually moving to do something about it. On an unrelated note, we got CTM working with all of the glass. However, it still doesn't interface well with other glasses. So what I just opted to do is make all glass borderless, just kind of look like this for now. And I'm thinking we would just kind of add an overlay that whenever you put it next to another block like logs or planks or whatever, then that would have a different border depending. But I kind of really like just the without a border. Well, I suppose the overlay, if it's next to another block, would look good. But like my bottle here looks amazing. Oh no, I need to fix that. Ooh, I need to fix that. Either way, ooh, I need to fix that water too. The potion bottle looks a lot better, although it kind of looks a little less defined because of the. It doesn't have borders now, so it's just kind of easy to kind of blend in with the background. So I'm kind of on the fence of how I feel about that. I do also want to try to get the, what is it, the carpets to connect together. Arcane engineering, ooh. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to check that out. You can get lost in this world. Yeah, that's kind of the point of what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to create a world that is fun to explore. Like kind of like everywhere you go, there's something to see or do. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day myself or somebody more talented could even turn this into an adventure map. But thank you. I am a lot happier these days and a lot healthier, at least emotionally. And I'm just doing a lot better. Quick tangent, because I was talking about texture stuff, is I fixed the water. I thought it was a mod issue, and to be fair, the shader kind of doesn't help either, but I figured out a way around it by essentially, what's the word? Making the water less blue and a lot brighter. I essentially got the color that I wanted, because it always throws a blue overlay on. So if you just kind of, it's kind of like the grass where it has like white and then they put a green overlay on it. I just kind of worked around it, and now the water looks beautiful. I did have to turn off the water shaders, so it doesn't look realistic, but I like this a lot better, way more stylized. And the cool thing is the texture even shows underwater too. That makes it look way more beautiful, actually. Kind of feels like you're at a tropical beach almost. Really fits the RPG aesthetic. In fact, the water's kind of what made me fall in love with this pack originally. Thank you. Additionally, by the way, if you guys are interested, I posted it on the Discord in the Gyaradoku thing, how I finally got this mod pack to work, because originally I was struggling trying to get all of my own mods to work. Not my own mods, but piecemealing this together by myself. And it wasn't working. I couldn't get any of the settings to work. It was a massive hassle. And I found essentially a mod pack. The exact name is called Quiltifine, and it's on Modrinth. I'll post that in general later if you guys are interested. But it basically sets up everything for you. You do have to mess around with some of the settings. You do have to install the complementary shader pack, which the shader pack I'm using is not only complementary, but it also has the mod attached to it. Where is it? We'll get back on my... Wait, what's EFT or ETF? Huh. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look at that later. Video settings? Yeah, here we go. So I'm using complementary reimagined with the Euphoria patches. And that adds a lot more features, like the ability to turn the lava brightness down. And that's what solved my problem a lot. What else did I do? I fixed the water, kind of fixed the glass. None of the textures have that weird visible background anymore, because I got that working. I had to completely, I wouldn't say redesign, but completely remodel the model. Like I had to kind of move it, flip it, because it's like way too low and the wrong orientation. But I finally got the minecarts working, and oh, so worth it. Look at those sexy things. And I've been experimenting as well as Danger to try to get some other fun things going. Like I would really like to make banners bigger. I don't know if we could get them to use connected textures, because technically I think they're an entity. I don't know. But either way, I would like it where banners connect together. That would look really good in my opinion. Okay, so we talked about the mod pack. We talked about a few of the fixes that were made. What else was there? Shoot, I know there was something important. I can't remember now. Oh, I finally figured out how to turn off bats. Of course, I had to turn off all spawning to do that. I really wish there was a feature that fixed that. Oh yeah, since all the glass doesn't have a border anymore, the tank looks a lot better. I do need to do something about the tops. I think that can be fixed with CTM. Alternatively, I could just make the tops clear. Excuse me. I was very confused about that spot, and I realized that's just the zombie head, or the creeper head in this case. I still don't know what is going on with the dragon egg. I'm sure it's somewhere in the shader settings or something, but it's just bleh. I need to fix that. I do think the tubes look a lot better, although again the problem is because they don't have the borders, it looks a little less defined and kind of hard to see. So I have a really flippy floppy opinion about borders. Because like the potion bottle didn't look great, but it looked more defined at the very least. You could tell it was there. Let's see. Word of warning regards to CAE. Oh, 0.18. Yeah, that's fine. I've always been behind on the curve anyway, in terms of features. I'm still getting used to like every time there's a new release of content, I always forget about the new content, unless I specifically make it a point to go out of my way. So over here, I was playing around a little bit off screen throughout the week, just kind of testing textures and testing ideas. And this is kind of what I wanted in that like chains kind of bisecting each other. And this definitely gives it a more complete look and kind of gives more interesting aspects. And I would like to add another one. I think 4 would be too many, but I'm not sure how I would like to do this without it being in the way. I think the best way to be would have like one going across like this, and then one up high, and then one down low. But I'm not really sure, because I also want them to have some kind of purpose, you know what I mean? Even this one doesn't... Cass, I need you to get your butt out of my teacup. Ah, love you. Oh, cat tax. Oh, my kitty Cass. She's such a sweetie. She's such a needy cat. Her little poopies. Alright. Love you, Cass. Thank you. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. I do want everything to kind of have like a little purpose, something, you know? Let's see. What was the other thing? There's one more thing over here, I thought. Completely lost track. Oh my goodness, my brain shut down. So I was over here talking about this stuff. Oh, that was the thing. So I also downloaded another mod. This allows you to take panoramas way easier. Basically does it for you. You press one button, it does all of them. You can even change the resolution, although you probably want to keep it the same resolution or your pack is going to be huge. But you can change them out as well, like essentially preview all of them before you do it. I really wish there was a way to speed up the panorama, and I think there may be. But essentially, this is the one I took on the boat of the lake in front of my old LP world. I think it looks really good, especially with the shaders. And of course, a night view, which I thought would look a little bit more romantic, but it does, but it's kind of hard to get the full view with things in the way, like the main menu or this. Daylight courtyard. I don't think this is a good position. Nighttime courtyard. Looks a little nicer. And then this is like a like evening. I think the evening looks really good. And of course, daytime, kind of like in the front of the house. I realized the gaping hole of where my crypt used to be is still there. And this one, this is kind of an aerial view of the lake, which I think also looks really good. This is of the library. And by the way, I posted a zip of all of these in the Gyaradoku submissions, so you should be able to download these and pick your favorite. Try them all out. I think eventually we're gonna pick an official one for the pack, or at least whatever one I like, and then Danger can pick his favorite. Or and then of course the living room, can't go without that. The glass right there looks kind of weird, huh? But yeah, I basically redid the living room one because the one I did manually was kind of choppy. It definitely didn't look professional. This one is professional because the computer did it. Nighttime kind of aerial view of the base and the front of it. Then of course I've took some of like this one I messed up. But basically like in front of the Adventurers Guild and everything. Some of these I took were really big. I was messing around with like the 4096 pixels. And then I decided that that's too much. Because not only do it take forever to load, but it's going to like double the size of the pack. But yeah, and then I did one kind of like floating over kind of everything. One kind of floating above the bridge. One near the Alchemy Guild. One near the Forge. One kind of more to the right of the Adventurers Guild where like the... I can't think of the words. Oh my goodness. The Fisherman's Guild is. Which is kind of where most of the stuff is right now. So it kind of gives more to look at. I feel like this is probably the best one for the current pack. What else? One inside the tavern, which I think looks really good as well. And then all the other ones are just experimental. Me trying to get a bearing on things. Yeah, you guys let me know which one your favorite is, and we will make it the official one. You know what? Maybe we could even do a vote. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I was also messing around over here off camera. I didn't do a lot, but I was just like, what if the entry to the Dwarven Guild, or not the Dwarven City is kind of like here. I really like this concept. I love it. It looks really good. Could even get rid of the Nether portal. Could be symbolic. The problem is, I think I would have to either get rid of the anvil, or make the platform bigger, because otherwise, in order to get to the city, you would have to like duck under the anvil and go over here. Which, you know, I guess kind of makes sense. Typically, you're not going to be traveling that far normally. There would maybe be a different system. Alternatively to that, I was thinking about maybe getting rid of these walls right here and then just kind of making staircase come over here and then go down like right here. Kind of wrap around from here. So instead of coming from this way, it would like come here and either wrap down or go over and then wrap down this way. It was funny, when I was flying around over here off camera, I was like, oh man, this lava lake is so cool, I forgot about it. And I was like, oh wait, no, I did this. Alright, enough of me just rambling for now. We should probably get going on something. What did I feel like doing today? I think that does actually look really good, the ropes and everything. It's also just another thing we need in Minecraft. Like, why can't we just have like a lead tied to 2 posts without an animal involved? That would look so much better. Okay, tea's done. Let's see. Actually, I want to check real quick. Okay, I just wanted to test that out real quick, because the music sounds fairly loud to me, but it's fairly low on the stream, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't overpowering my voice or, you know, like drowning me out. Alright, so let's see. I feel like this area is mostly done. I kind of want to do something with the edges over here. I kind of want to fill in every little space with something. Like, it doesn't have to be a big detail, but something would look nice. I want there to be something to look at no matter where you go. Which is also one of the hard parts over here, because it's like, there's a lot of empty space to look at. I also kind of want to get rid of these stalagmite things, because they look really cool, but they also block the view, at least a little bit. So like, especially if you're right here. I could get away with just getting rid of this one. I hate to do it, but I think... I mean, it's a fairly simple design. If I regret it later, I just need to make a little L shape. Pop. Okay, let's see if that looks better. That does look a lot better. It opens up the view a lot more. In fact, I say get rid of all of that. Ah, yes. Minecraft music would be incomplete with the hey. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that opens the view up a lot more and actually gives a good view. And I hate to say it, but I think same needs to be done here. Because I think these look amazing, but again, I want everything accessibly viewable. What is this thing doing? I guess we can keep it, just a shorter version, maybe? Ah, yeah. Okay, so the pillars from the ceiling still add something to the view, but now it doesn't take anything away. Okay, that looks phenomenal. The other thing I was thinking about doing is actually putting the elevator up right here. So I think that would be a little bit more visually interesting. But of course, then you would still have to figure out a way to get up and down outside of creative. Ooh, that actually makes me wonder if... I'm sure in Create I could make working elevators and such. Maybe I'll do another series, like I'll flop between things. Like I'll build here and then have another version of this where I kind of make things functional and add more stuff in Create. I think that'd be really cool. Ooh, I have a fun idea. I have a really fun idea. No, we're just gonna use... We're just gonna use trapdoors for now. Let's go down. Actually, let's do a single... You know what? Yeah. This is how I plan on doing things. Right from the very bottom right here. So I want this bridge to be as small as possible. You know, the funny thing is, now that I think about it... Oops. Huh. So what I could effectively do is essentially... I don't think I can put one right there, but I can essentially make the bridge look like it's dipping a little bit by just kind of offsetting the trapdoors. I really like that. I've never seen that done before. I'm sure somebody's has done it, but I've never seen it done before. And that's really neat. And then I think fence gates on the side. Kind of make it look like it has... Oops. Fudge. So the problem is... you would kind of lose the visual from the side. And it also doesn't have the dip that I want. I do really like that idea. Of course, it only works for very small bridges, but I do like that idea. I kind of want to do a little bit more of a dip. Unfortunately, that's the most we can dip. But I think it's just enough for this little bit to really add to it. Okay, so kind of what I want to do here... something like this. I kind of like the idea of crawling up different spots, but right here is good too. I don't think you can put a ladder on the outside of a trapdoor. Not like that anyway. I guess, alternatively, it doesn't need to have that everywhere. So you just kind of come up here. Ooh, So I know it's possible with CIT, custom item textures, to essentially assign a model to a new item texture. So what I'm thinking is maybe I could have like essentially a spyglass in an item frame essentially look like a telescope if you rename it telescope. So that could be a lot of fun. And then lantern, I think. I think maybe one higher. It's kind of like a little makeshift watch post. Or even just a lookout. I think that's really cute. Kind of adds a lot. Kind of adds a lot more world to it, you know? Ooh. I really wish bedrolls existed too. Bedrolls would look really good. Maybe I can essentially do the same thing with a bed frame. I'll look into it. Quick pause, bathroom break. Drank too much tea. Okay, I've re-arrived. I've re-arriven. Feels like it needs just a little bit more. But what other decorations can we put over here? So I think what I eventually want to do is make it where I download a mod where you can pose armor stands. I'm pretty sure even after you pose an armor stand, it stays that way in vanilla. Oh, that reminds me, I still need to fix these armors. It's like all of these backwards? So it looks like just the legs are backwards. Let me see if I can fix that real fast. Because that has bothered me for a while now and I keep forgetting it. Leather. Armor. Oops. Leather? Okay. Open? I'm not sure what I'm doing here at all. So that looks like the pants, and that looks like the legs. So that's the side. Well, let's get rid of the boots. Maybe that'll help. Boots. Okay, so it's like a little side ramping up. Is it on a different overlay? It's gotta be. Open? Nope. No? Oh. There we go. Leather overlay 2. Is that it? Oh no. The overlays are for the other thing. You know, maybe I have bit off more than I can chew. But worth a quick shot. No shot. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have to look at this later. I'll have to add that to my to-do list. Gyaradoku. Leather leg armor. Overlays. There we go. Either way, it would be really cute to have it like holding the telescope, kind of like looking out. Kind of an NPC vibe going on here. Maybe I should start adding like armor stands, at least in place of like NPCs. I'd like to do that. I think I can even make custom armor textures doing the same thing. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. You know, I kind of want... Ooh. Because I was thinking about modifying the texture of the lightning rods. I was like, well, what about in the rare cases you actually just want to use a lightning rod as is? I'm thinking maybe if you put lightning rods next to each other, they start to look like pipes. I think I could do that with CTM. That would look really cool. I think that could look really cool. Alright, enough of that. So over here, what I really want to do is kind of add like a little garden area. How do I want to do this? Terraform all this is going to be a massive pain in the butt. So let's see. I think I'm going to find a layer that I like. And then I'm essentially kind of do like the dock thing. This is a good layer. I don't want it that close. There we go. I also don't want it right on the edge. So maybe if we just do that, it looks a little less weird. Let's see. That looks like it's about on par. And then we just kind of fill it in. And then of course we would have like a little ladder coming down right here. Maybe we'll have this one going all the way down. I just didn't want it straight up on the side. So basically have to jump up here and then crawl down. Alternatively, have like a little gate right here. I'm not sure. Either way, fence, probably something different. At least use jungle. That's fine. Fence. Jungle fence. Something like this, just kind of like around the area. That's not what I'm looking for right here. Hey! I don't like this one at all. Probably because it just does the weird rapper hey thing. Not throwing shade on the creator. It's a good song, just not my type. That's good like that. And then essentially on this little dock area we can have like supplies, like stations and such like that. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Also, definitely want to get rid of all this gravel. Is there any more? Oh, that's good. I guess it doesn't have to be like fully fenced off, mostly just the edges. Ooh, I do like... I see a lot of potential right here. Okay, first let's fill this in a little bit. And heck, granted, I could even do a little bit of extra terraforming right here and add some dirt blocks. But we'll see how this looks without it first. Because I kind of want to build with the terrain as much as possible. I say after I just destroyed a couple of stalactites, but you get the idea. There you go. Okay, okay, looking good, looking good. Lantern, lantern, a lantern. Beautiful. And then maybe more of like these things. You just kind of have like a lantern hanging. Lantern. Oh, it chooses the bottom automatically. I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess in that case, it just kind of makes more sense to have one on the ground. This is looking really good already. Let's see. I kind of want to expand out a little bit more this way. I didn't want to encroach too much over there. Although, honestly, having like this entire bottom spot filled with this stuff would look kinda cool. And that would give a lot more to look at. You know what, guys? I think I sold myself on the idea. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Also, I kind of want one of these right here as well. Just a weird empty spot, it felt like. This might actually be a little bit better. One more out, because the thing is going to take a little bit of this, the fences. But now that looks weird, so I don't know. Alternatively, yeah, I guess this is fine. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. Either way, you know, I don't think I like this at all right here. So I think what we'll just do is essentially move this over one or two so it doesn't feel like there's a huge gap right there. And then we'll also move this one over one. Technically that's two, but whatever. If I could literally hit any of the block. Okay, that looks a lot better, although I do want to trim this down a little bit. Meh. Meh. Okay. And then... what was I looking to do? I guess maybe one more out. We'll figure it out. So I'm thinking basically plants everywhere. I think it would be very interesting, because this is going to be another part of like the alchemy skill. So I definitely want to have some kind of runoff, right? So what if there was basically runoff coming off of it? And I don't think I could change the color of the water. Unless... I wonder with CTM if I could... I doubt it. But maybe. Because I know you could change blocks based on what they're touching. I don't think water is under that category, though. But maybe you could put like something like, I don't know, stained glass, and it'd be like, oh, water's on top of purple stained glass, make the water purple. That would be really cool, but I doubt that's within the realm of possibility. So I'm thinking is maybe water's pouring off of here, pooling right here, especially because it's kind of out of view. There's not a lot to work with. So pooling here, and it kind of just maybe essentially have like a little aqueduct that just kind of comes this way. It's kind of like watering everything. Could even have it like pouring off in occasional spots. I was gonna say even like a full aqueduct coming across, but that would block some views. Ooh, now alternatively, I could have it pouring off right here. That would come this way. Maybe hard turn. And then go across. That would show it off more. Let's get a vibe check of what that would feel like. Kind of fill this in a little bit more. Let's get, oops. Let's get a material to work with. Probably some sort of stone. Hate to have it blend in with everything though. I feel like deep slate might stick out enough up here. It could also make it out of wood. That would be interesting. Ha! Would be interesting. So I would prefer to have something with full... You know, I kind of want to make copper a little less vibrant. Except maybe the waxed versions. No, because then that kind of defeats the point. Huh. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear what your thoughts are in chat. What block do you think I should be using? Netherrack could look good. Does have a full suite. I just feel like the red might not fit the aesthetic. Could do brick. It's missing... Netherrack is the most versatile building block because it has a fence and a wall. Could just do straight up stone. Again, I'm just worried about it blending in with the actual stone. Kind of want these materials to actually stick out more, but it's kind of hard because it's like it's made out of the material. How are you going to make it look different? Or that much more different anyway. Don't want to do more marble. You know, let's look at what stairs there are. That might help. So we can cross out all the woods. Cobblestone, maybe. Cobblestone has a full suite, and it is dark enough that it might stick out. Also, I don't think I build with cobblestone a lot, so it would be nice to see that represented here. You know what? I want to try... I guess we could just control fill, or not control fill, slash fill to try it out. But let's do a full set of cobble. Plus we also have the mossy ones, which look a lot more vibrant, stick out. Although I definitely want to do an overlay for those, so it kind of spreads out to other cobblestone. That would look nice. Okay, so I imagine water coming out right here. It would flow out right here, just like this. It would come down, kind of like a little waterfall. Where do I want it to land? Probably about right here. Nope, that's too high. Oop, I hear sirens. Not sure if my microphone is good enough to pick up on that, but I hear sirens. Let's see. Well, I guess, first of all, we'll at least make it happen, and then we'll see how it looks. Obviously, this is just kind of like the beta setup. You know... And that would be really cool if you... like, because obviously it would keep the water back, but... Ooh, that gives me a fun idea. You can use, essentially... Yeah, for deeper waters, you can kind of use these as stones sticking out of, like, a river. Alright, just enough to cap these. Just so water can start flowing. Water. Yeah, we'll just do that. That's good enough. All right. Let's see. Not this one again. Please stop. What is this, pig step? Can I get this one to not show up anymore? Oh my god, another one with haze. My god. Okay, you know what? We're gonna just switch back to the Stardew and Chill. I kind of wanted to change things up, but the constant haze are getting me. I also, I don't know. I don't associate hay with relax and chill. Or even chill. Okay. So that looks really cool. I would say maybe move it over one more so it's kind of flush with that. You can see it a little bit better. That is a really cool feature. How do I want to do this, though? Gotta play it close to the chest. Okay. Okay, so you come down, you're waiting for your lift. You look over, you see that. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. Now the alternative is, I don't do that, I just have waterfall come out into like a little pool right here. And, I mean, either way, this could be a reservoir. Ooh, it would need to be one higher for that. I mean, it could be both. I want something to show off. And again, I guess I could always open up these stalactites more. To make it more visible. I mean, I feel like that's visible enough. At least from that view. So I would want to go over at least one more. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no. You know what? I'm just gonna Okay, that actually wouldn't have done anything. Okay. Paranoid for no reason. Still, that was pretty fast thinking, I think. At first I was just trying to like aim at where it was gonna drop, and then I was like, no no no, make a wall around the lava. That was a little panicky for a second there. Sponge. Sponge would be a good way to get rid of all this. Bomb. Herc, a predator. Okay, so now... Yes, blend in with that a little bit. I think I had an idea on how to make this a little bit more slimmer too by just using like stairs. But again, I just kind of want the base design started. Okay. That's the music. Kept hearing a weird sound. Boop. Oops. So yeah, my inspiration today is the Botany Guild. Okay, so it's pouring down. I cannot tell if that's the music or more sirens outside. All right. That does look dramatically better. It looks more natural than constructed. I guess I could kind of fix that by essentially adding more cobblestone to the edges. Okay. That does look good. It does add a water feature, which I love water features. Alternatively, could effectively make like a little dam right here. But frankly, I don't give a damn. That was a bad joke. Oh, hello. I could just have, instead of it flowing down, I could just have it kind of pouring out right here. That's funny. Let's do about right here. Is that how high I want it? I think I want it. Oof. I actually want to be like right here, and I can fill in the rest. Water replace air. Repallis. There we go. And then I could just fill it in myself. Oh no. There we go. Problem fixated. Can also kind of have it do that. So I do really like this. Is there a way I could kind of do both? So I do want a water feature. I mean, I could essentially just have like a small stream. Like this is kind of like a reservoir. So how would I do that? The best way to do this would be a wall. But I'm not sure what kind of material represents it being a wall very well. See, this way, it's very clearly kind of like a divider. And then... Oof, can't do that. That's pretty terrible. Can I put anything on top of that? Okay, yeah, I can. How would I do that, though? Maybe some kind of stair? Oh, nope. The stair... Okay. Oh, the stair connects it to the top like that. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm just thinking... Maybe just like that? Nope. Maybe together like so. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Fudge. There's no good way to do this. Chain? Oh no. No, come on. Come on. Really? Oh boy. Can make it one wider. Oops. Bump, bump. And then... That actually looks really good like that. Despite it looks kind of like reinforcement things. Oh no. What? How have I never caught that before? The chains don't line up. What? That's so bad. Oh my god, we need to fix that. The top and the bottom doesn't link up. Has it always been like that? I just never noticed? Alright, well either way. Ooh, I also had a really good idea. Because again, you can kind of change... I'm not sure how this works. I've just been told that you can change a block based on what block is next to it. And I was thinking essentially of having, like, if you put a half slab on top of a log, it basically turns it into a half slab of the log. But it has to be matching woods. So essentially, if you had, like... Let's just say, like such, and you put one of these, specifically an oak on top of an oak, that would turn into essentially an oak half slab. I think that would be great for building practices. It's essentially a mod pack where you don't have to download any mods. Alright, Grinding wheel. Yeah, there we go. Gotta get grinder. Oh, shoot. That actually reminds me of a funny thing I used to do. I had a coworker that was fairly homophobic. And he was on his phone a lot, so I'd always walk up behind him, look over his shoulder, and be like, "Hey, what's Grindr, and why are you always on it?" And he would always get so pissed at me. But the fact that he knew what Grindr was, you know, maybe he's not as so... Maybe he's just homophobic presenting. Fun fact, by the way, a lot of people that are actually homophobic are really just closeted. And they essentially are so homophobic to kind of protect themselves from other people thinking whatever. You see that happen a lot with politicians, although that could just be a political move. Like they're advocating for something they don't actually believe in. They're just, I don't know. What if we do something like this? Oops. Ooh, can't do that. What is that? Why does that one appear that way then? Does it matter which direction? It does. Okay. So it's really cool that you can rotate it like that. It's really lame that you can't rotate it on the side like that, because sideways grindstones would be really cool. I'm sure there's a way to do it with the debug, but... Okay, so something like this makes a lot of sense. That looks really cool. Bow, bow. There we go. Oops, too far down. It seems overly complicated. I don't think anybody's gonna really take more than a minute to be like, oh yeah. See, what this really needs is some kind of like crankshaft, because like even if you have to get all the way over here to open or lower this, it's fine. Oh, alternatively, I guess it could come over here. Yeah, I guess so. The only problem is you would need essentially something like this right here, which I guess isn't too much of an eyesore. Can you put a lever or something on there? Level. I need to make sure it's flat. That's not quite what I'm looking for. I mean, I do kind of like that. I mean, I guess we can decide later which one looks better. Hope you guys didn't hear that. Probably did. My microphone picks up my toots all the time. Okay, so... Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter so much from over here. So I don't even think you can really see it. Okay, that's more visible, so I think I like that more. On the other hand, down here... That just feels in the way. I don't like it. So yeah, and also we don't need to have this complicated setup, because ultimately, like... No one's gonna really think too far, like, oh yeah, chain opens and closes it. I need to pee again. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. Okay, so I really like this. Almost kind of want it. Not quite. Here. Huh. Da 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 na 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 na. So I really do like this reservoir. I do like the idea of an aqueduct. Maybe they're two separate things? Like essentially, like whenever this gets too full, it drains out through the aqueduct. I'm not sure, but I'm going to leave it for now, especially because it's filling a lot of empty space, and I love that. I think down here isn't necessarily going to be anything intentional, just because, you know, it's kind of over here. But I think it would be really cool to kind of put like a mushroomy thing down here. Yeah, put a load-bearing support on a thin layer of rock. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Regardless, I don't think I like that right there. I think I'd like it more kind of under the structure. It's kind of holding the middle of the weight. That looks better. And everything's the word. But I think it would be cool to do something over here. Like, definitely, like, somebody camping out over here, but also kind of like a mossy overgrowth. Bone meal, and then moss. I think moss only works on stone. We're about to find out. Oh no, it works on everything. That's cool. Any kind of stone. Bop. Okay. So this makes a little bit of sense because, you know, water is literally dripping over here. It's not grass, but it is moss. Get rid of this. We don't want these flowering bushes. We just kind of want it to look kind of unrefined. Dun, 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 dun. I'm thinking is basically putting like a little platform right here where somebody kind of camping out right here. Or maybe even some kind of like spying outpost where like a spy is checking out the dwarves. Yeah, like an assassin maybe? That sounds cool. I also don't want moss right on the edge. There we go. I was thinking some mushrooms too. I really do like this idea. It gives a lot of depth. Oh, like a bunch of overgrowth over there because nobody's tending to it. Dun 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 dun. What would be the way to do this? Just like a really thin, narrow little platform. I feel like a wooden platform would be a little conspicuous. So if anybody looked up, they would see. Ladders, on the other hand, less so. Ooh, you know, maybe they're just... Oh no, that would still be kind of in sight. I guess maybe over here. Oh, hey. Over here where all the drips are. Maybe this is growing because there's light over here, but maybe there's more mushrooms over here. I don't want this dirt here. Sorry, dirt. I'm just a teenage dirt bag. I should probably stop that before I get a copyright strike. I have no idea how I'm gonna manage to pull this off in survival. So yeah, maybe, camped out right here. Not a great vantage point. Over there's a lot better. Also more hidden. But maybe the camp, maybe his camp is over here. Dun dun, dun dun, 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 dun. Sign. Spyglass. Item frame. Obviously this isn't just going to be hanging there. I'm essentially going to put a armor stand there holding it. Actually, let's put it more like right there so it's obvious that it's holding it. I feel like all these little touches are what really kind of adds to it. Yeah. And then maybe you would come up here to spy, because that's hidden enough. You get a better vantage point. So what are you guys thinking so far? I think this is actually turning out pretty good. So I'm thinking a much smaller aqueduct. I wouldn't say much smaller, but like single stream instead of two. And that's why they would have this here, is to essentially supplement it if it's never, or if it's not enough for some reason. I definitely wanted a runoff point. Or maybe, ooh, that's an interesting idea. Like, have a pipe of like red chemical going by, and essentially in one spot, I can essentially have it like dripping. Well, lava would be there, but I'd have it dripping. And it would essentially look like red chemical instead of lava, and that chemical would have a bunch of like crimson stuff around it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, obviously this needs to be more refined. Cobble. Cobble, 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 cobble. So what if we did... Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Well, that's fine. That's safe. I mean, alternatively, I could do something like that as well. Oops. I feel like that's too much. I mean, alternatively... that kinda defeats the purpose of giving it depth and texture. So if you just did a full block. Nope. So we did a full one of those, full one of those. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna look good like that. Well, maybe. Oops. Stop doing that. Still looks so funny. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. Oh no. It did the thing. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna mess up any lava. If not, I can always replace lava with cobblestone or whatever. I guess, oops, I did it again. How would I position this anyway? I don't think there's a way to do it and connect them both. Unless I did like this, and then this. Nope. Nope. This? No, that wouldn't work. Okay, so turn this way, turn this way, turn this way, and then this. No, that wouldn't work. Huh. No, I want kind of an edge right here. I'm not really sure how to do that. So okay, if I did that, making a mess out of all this. At least it's not going anywhere it can hurt. Well, what I could do... I keep losing my slab block somehow. The salmon block. Do something like this. Not really, no. So I effectively want it in that corner. I guess this is a fine way to do it. And then I can just wrap it around like this. Ugh. Not the prettiest, but it will work. God, this is the worst shape I think I've ever made. Ooh, now it's doing that BS. Don't want it to do that, please. I guess maybe if I put a full slab right there? Okay, that works. I'm not really sure how to make this aqueduct look appealing. I guess I could do a blend of materials, but that might look a little weird. Okay, well, I guess the major point of this is the shape, and then we can refine it later. I guess it could just go straight and then kind of pour down. God, I want this to be narrow as possible. So maybe you do just want it to be a single one. And then, of course, half slab on the bottom. Would be the narrowest way to make this thing. Because you gotta have the water fully covered, or else it just looks weird. Trapdoors? I guess wood could work, because I do believe... Probably would help if I spelled that correctly. Wooden aqueducts are a thing, especially if you're using proper wood. So I don't think that's a terrible idea. You would probably want stone where the water's crashing down, because that would kind of hold the material better. And also be a little sturdier. But it wouldn't be a terrible idea to just have wood. Could also make this into a small little reservoir right here. La 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 la. Either way, just make a natural barrier right there. Da 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 da. Just do something like this, where it's kind of connected, still opens up a lot. That actually looks really good. Actually does look really good. Huh. Could even have this open a little bit to let some of the water pour out. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good, actually. That actually looks really cute. I'm digging it, and it kind of... So I'm torn. I really love this without the necessity of this. But it also adds a lot. So I guess one of the things I want to do regardless is narrow this. Ooh. Which way do I want to narrow it, though? I think I actually do want to pull it away from the wall a little bit. Get rid of all that. Okay, water. What is this song? Oh, I did not have it set to repeat again. Shuffle. That went to Catsith again. Regardless of if there's natural stone right here, I could just put cobblestone. Oh god, no. Well, that's fine. I thought ahead. Alternatively, I could essentially have that. Nope. That actually does not look good. I think what I was trying to do... I have no idea what I was trying to do, honestly. Okay, so first of all, get rid of all this unnecessary cobblestone. Just kind of put it where it needs to be. Honestly, a single stream is really doing it for me. I really like this little bush here. So I'll just kind of take away a little bit from that. Okay. I do think I want this closed. Alright, we'll work on this shape, but essentially that. Okay, so trapdoor. So I don't think an iron trapdoor would be feasible because there's no way to really get power to it. Okay, let's test it out with just essentially X amount. I said I was going to only test it out with a little bit, but I actually want to see what water looks like flowing into this too. I guess the best way to do that would have just been to do a fill command, but whatever. Too late for that now. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Sticks mate. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to place it directly on top of these trapdoors. Oops. Oh no. I guess I can't do that. Okay, there we go. So is this gonna work? Nope. It just goes through the trapdoor. Okay, yeah, the fill command would have been better in every step of the way. My hubris knows no bounds. Nope. What are you doing? Oh, those are all half slabs, that's why. Okay, so okay. Fill. fill. I'm just kidding. I guess I don't even have to replace. I could just hit water. That actually looks really cute. It's a little thin for my tastes, but it does look cute. I think the only thing I could do to make it look slightly better, because I don't want this to look super full. Ooh, I could even do this instead of the bottom ones. But I could effectively do this. So I forgot I can waterlog things. That actually helps a lot, because it makes it look a lot shallower. And also kind of adds a little bit more depth, because you can actually kind of see the bottom and it contrasts with the sides. So that looks really good like that. I'm thinking though, it's going to come out straight a little bit and then kind of zag. I think that's how we're going to play this. Now where I want it to zag, here, let's figure that out. I can also just get rid of those entirely. Oops, kinda. That's not gonna hurt anything. We can still leave the bottom if we want to add depth, but I don't think this needs it. But either way, I'm thinking we can fix the zag so it's less a sharp turn. I want it where it can obviously hit plants. But you can kind of walk under it. Yeah, that's really cool. I would say one higher, but I'm not really sure I could do that. No, it's gonna mess everything up. So that right there is perfect. The only thing I could do possibly instead is move it over one or two, so you're not quite hitting your head as much. But yeah, if you guys are still lingering around in chat, I would love to hear what you're thinking. Hello. Let's see. So that looks good. That's way better. Gives a little bit more room too. Bam. I could go over one more, but I think right there is fairly perfect. Now, the other question is, what do I do with this? Typically, at the end of an aqueduct, it would kind of pour off into a reservoir or something. I could kind of make like a little pond it pours out into, but typically it's a decent amount of water. Oh, hey, Oops. Oh, too much. Got a little carried away. Alright. Maybe widen this out a little bit. Right there should be good. And we'll just do this for now. Waterlog. Oh, I did it wrong. All right, now that just looks terrible. Fix. No lava was harmed in the making of this water stunt. But oh my god, that is a huge mess. God. I wonder why water lags the game so much. I feel like there should be something in the game preventing it from cascading so much. Like maybe one source block can only spread out so much. Or so many times. But that sounds way complex for what Mojang is offering. And then I'm thinking just like a cute little side stream right there. And this little pool's getting a lot of water coming out of it. So what I'm thinking is maybe make this a little less full. Or I guess it could come from the other side. Ba ba da 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 da. What are you doing? Huh. Water being weird. Water be like that sometime. Okay. Oops. Now you update it right. Alright. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think it's... Oh no, who's gonna win? Oh, didn't win. Oh god. Oh, it went all the way up? That is weird. Oh, I see why. Okay, that was entirely my fault. Ba, 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 ba. It's a lot of flowing water. By the way, guys, for reference, I was thinking about changing my stream time. Still likely going to be on Sundays. However, I was thinking about either moving a little earlier or later, so it's kind of at the front half of my day or the back half of my day. So right now it's kind of in the middle, which makes things a little awkward for planning. Oh my god. Still wasn't done. Wait, is it still flowing? Oh, because of the stair block. Nope, I don't want it to flow out like that. I want it to flow... Nope. Ugh. I know I've done this. Does it... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just need to... essentially establish the flow at the bottom first, and then... Or actually, I think it's just because that block was in the way. Alright, we'll let that fix. Regardless, water. So pours off into this little pool here. We can widen this pool out just a little bit. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Okay, so I have the one singular. I also feel like this is too much light. I want my glowy bits to be hidden a little bit better. Oops. I honestly kind of want to make it where sea cucumbers don't have the glowy bits. Like, they still emit light, but they don't have the bits that shine. Ugh. I think it's almost time to have a snack. I need to go rummage around for something. Okay, that's looking fairly good. Pours into a pool, then the pool does its thing. That looks good, that looks good. Okie dokie. Now, typically, aqueducts don't go at an angle for a good reason. It's just easier not to do that. However, I don't see the problem with just like literally taking a flat piece and kind of turning it. Of course, I don't know how good that would look in this method. I think maybe if we went over one. Is this one cloth? Smell of mushroom. Okay. The song I was talking about specifically. Okay, this also makes it a lot easier to put all these down. Actually, I wonder what the oh no, the corners. Oh no. Oh no, no. What do I do about the corners? Forgot about the corners. This was such a good idea a second ago. I guess for now. Ooh. Spruce. Trapdoor. Open. False. No. What if I did open false? No. True. Ah, okay. And then facing norther. Or nother. North. So if that way's north, I want west. There we go. Aha! Okay, that's pretty easy then. Here, let's go ahead and copy that. Banana. Oops. No. East. There we go. That's really quick and easy once I get the commands down. Because of this, I kind of want to put it at the crux of where it's gonna be. Ugh. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get rid of all the water right here. What am I gonna do? I guess for this side, it's not a problem. Oh, shoot. Okay, what can I do about the corner right there? I can't do that. That's not gonna solve the problem at all. Do something really lazy that wouldn't look good in the slightest. basically just do this. There you go, problem solved. Oops. Fudge. Haha, problem solved. I mean, it does solve the problem, it just doesn't look good. I mean, alternatively, I guess I could also make this even narrower by, instead of doing slabs, like, I could do stairs. Wait, did that not open the water flow out? That's kind of cool and also a little trippy. I don't think I want a narrow one regardless. So I need to come up with a good solution right here. I could put a full block of something right there. Ooh, idea. So it wouldn't be under it necessarily, but it would be support. So what if I just did this? And the support is the part in the edge. It looks a little weird, I'll give you that. But it solves a problem and looks good. Huh. Almost makes me want to continue that trend across. That would look a little weird. Kind of want that to be on the outside. So it would be like this instead, but no, that would cause the same amount of problems. Well, I guess I could just keep it not high up. I kind of like that though. Covering a little bit of water is fine. Ooh, actually, I could just do it right here instead of the fence, because I didn't want the fences to connect to it, but that actually solves a few problems. And looks fairly good in the process. The only problem is it's way too close to that, but maybe it needs closer ones because that's not super structural. I don't know. So since that's a lot closer, I kind of want to move this over a little bit now. I think 1 over should be good. I think that looks good. Now again, the same problem with this one is I think it needs to be over now. It's a shame, that's a good spot, but with that being right there, the only other thing I could do is turn it a lot sooner, which I could do. Huh. That would block a lot less of the foliage. You know, I do actually want the support beam right here, so I think the best way to do that would to be just move all this over more. Let's say about right here. I guess I could always have it flow in 2 directions as well. Aqueducts are kind of known for branching out like that, but I don't think I want that for this. I feel like that's a good amount of distance. So for this, I would basically have to put this kind of like right there in order for that to look good. Okay, so now we're gonna bridge these together. Whoops. I'm gonna move this log. Ba. Her. Wait a minute. This log's supposed to be right here. So yeah, this looks a little bit less egregious. So you put the one right there, you put that one there. Then everything looks almost perfectly spaced out. Ah! Attack! Attack! I guess there's much easier ways to do this. But again, this is kind of more fun, honestly. And a little less boring, I feel, than watching me type out a command. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure what would be less boring. Okay. Yeah, I think this fulfills the role I'm looking for way better. And the best part is, like I said earlier, I'm taking up a lot of that empty space. That just nothing was gonna be there. Oops. Yeah, I can just go across and do this. There we go. Just gotta be careful not to hit a trapdoor. Now, the only other thing I could do is put that on the bottom, which is a little big. I could put these on the bottom. It doesn't actually prevent the drippage, though. So I was trying to get rid of the drip. This actually reminds me, real quick, before we get too far into this. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at our handiwork. That looks really good. Oh my god. So now, like, when you were looking over here before, you only kind of had, like, a partial view of that and some of that. Trying to think about it, I kind of want to get rid of that pillar too, or at least narrow it out. But, like, when you looked over here, there wasn't much to look at. And now you have, like, something's going to be there. And now you have a little aqueduct, you have a little reservoir, and a full-ass aqueduct going all the way over. There's a lot more to look at, and a lot more color. Because before you just had, like, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue, and that looks cool, but, like, all this is just gray, kind of black, I guess, and a little bit of orange. I guess not a lot to look at. And once we're done here, we're gonna have, like, a bunch of stuff kind of growing everywhere. Thinking over here is more gonna be like kind of like a garden. More like pots and such. And then over here will be more like crops. Maybe a little bit of both. I think I did want more of this. I think I wanted more of a pathway. Just kind of going along the edge to kind of give like a guard. I don't know if that's too much. I guess we'll figure it out. But before we get too far into that, I'm going to load up my single-player world. Oh, look. My cool panorama. My LP world. I'm going to hit the bathroom while that loads. Okay, I'm back. I decided to also heat up a cookie, so I'll be dipping out. Well, not dipping out. Going away to get my cookie in a second. So, two things I discovered finally how to do, something I've been wanting to do for a while now, is I wanted more aquarium decorations. And I'll show you the other one in a second, but I discovered how to make essentially a chest that opens and bubbles comes out. Of course, the bubbles on this are very low. And I think that's just because... Whew, ooh, it might be because of the door. Interesting. So that has a much... I also think it's partially because of the texture pack, because these bubbles aren't that... aren't that bubbly? They're more like little, like tiny bubbles. But essentially the idea is chest opens up and bubbles come out. I might need to rethink this design, but like classic aquarium things is basically the chest opens up, bubbles comes out, then it closes, and then it opens up, bubbles come out, and then closes. I want to do this with an actual chest. I don't think it works very well. Gonna have to figure out a better way to do this. Can you? Huh. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Either way, it works, just not as great with the door there. We'll figure it out. So the other thing is, I guess I gotta go this way. So my library. I finally discovered how to do this. Bloop, 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 bloop. Whoosh. Bloop, 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 bloop. Basically the little like bobbing diver. I don't know what they're called, but they have them in like every aquarium, I swear. The little bubble thing and the aquarium guy are kind of bobbing up and down. And I finally figured out how to do this, and it's pretty simple. Before I was trying to use pistons and all kinds of weird stuff, like basically the piston would push soul sand out in place of like sand, and it would cause the bubbles to fly up. But it was noisy and it was very complicated. All this is a dispenser on a timer. Essentially the same idea, but using the dispenser to place a water source and then remove the water source. And bubbles only work in source blocks, which is strange, but you can get the idea. So essentially, it just does that, is it places a source on top of soul sand and then removes it. And it essentially allows this little circuit. I might try to tweak it. It might be way more complicated, but to make it where the armor drops faster. Essentially the source block just sits longer than I want it to. So maybe have kind of like a timing circuit where it will like dispense and then immediately undispense. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, cool little idea that I love, and again, something I've never seen someone do before. So I'm really excited about that. I don't like this song. We'll skip it real quick. I also worked on the library a little bit, mostly just because I kind of want to do a panorama of it. Oh no, what happened to my block right there? I essentially added these little corner lights, which are cute. Wait a minute. I know I put repeat this time, but it still wanted to do Kokiri Village. Did I? Maybe I only hit it to repeat once. Smell of mushrooms. Alright. I have to find another chill station I can listen to. Oh, I don't want that one again. Not the Saloon. Nocturne of Ice. Raven's Descent? Ugh. I think I'm done with all of these. Huh. Alright, let's just go back to Chillcraft. I can deal with a yeah or two. Alright. So I hung up these little lanterns here, just kind of in the corners to brighten it up a little bit more. I feel like it might be a bit too much. So I might try to get like rid of one of them. Probably like these. A little too much light. It's just like little corner lights. I kind of wanted to add light over here, but I'm not sure how I want to do that. We'll figure something out regardless. Oh, hey, I know what I could do. Oops. Just hang it from the supports. Done. And then it won't be too close to those either. I guess I did not want it hanging in front of the books, so we'll just hang it from up here. There we go. Brighten it up. Not too much in the way. Not too bright for a library. I like it. Now what I really want to do is hang some like up here, but because of the I can't think of the word, trapdoor blocks. Can't put anything in them, so the only other thing I could do is also hang them from the supports, but I kind of like them by the flowers. Either way it looks good. Maybe just one in the middle for the flowers. Good enough. And then over here, I replaced the regular lanterns with the spooky soul ones for the enchanting area. I kind of want to do something different with the materials. Make it look a little bit more mystic. I guess this does kind of look like a mage's area, but I kind of want it to look a little bit spookier. Also, just kind of filled out this area a bit more. The floor's a little wonky just because of the lower levels. I could just kind of put carpet over everything, but that seems lazy. This also just doesn't look bad. I think maybe I would fill this out a little bit more with a different block instead of the stone. But then I also kind of figured out what I was doing here, and now this just kind of wraps into the bathroom. So I guess the main way to the bedroom now, instead of climbing up that ladder, would be to go through the library and up to the bedroom through the bathroom. Of course, that makes privacy a little weird. Also, these doors. I guess I could just make it a single door and kind of like fill it in. Essentially, and just have a door there. Less of a grandiose entrance, but it's a bathroom. You don't want double doors on the bathroom. Ooh, so pretty. I definitely need to do something with the backyard. Alternatively, I think I showed this off before. I kind of had like a little staircase right here. It also comes up through the bathroom as well. I feel like it's a little bit of a better position at least. The only problem is I had to get rid of my cool closet. So I think going through here, this seems like a long walk if you want to get to the rest of your house. Although it's a nice leisurely stroll through your library across carpet. Like, sure, it's a long walk for morning coffee, but it's nice. It's honestly not that much more walking than that. Okay, maybe a little bit. Everything's significant when you're that sleepy in the mornings. So yeah, I worked around on this. I do plan on working on this more on stream, but I just got a sudden rush of inspiration and I want to do something with it. Alternatively, if I keep that staircase as well, although that would be a little weird having essentially two entrances into the bathroom, seems a little weird. Alternatively, I could just seal off this wall or put my closet over here. I could just wall this off, make it a full, like... What? Where did I get a dispenser from? Did I put a dispenser over here? That's weird. I know at one point I added a dispenser somewhere to get like a secret, like a chiseled bookshelf effect, where you essentially, even then, I don't know where that came from. Either way, I could essentially put bookcases right here, and just kind of seal it off from the library entirely. And just do something over here. Or make that into one long book area, like so. But yeah, there's lots of stuff I could do over here. You know, honestly, I think that might look cool. I did it again. Where is it? Is it down here? Now I'm going crazy. I'm clicking something and it's giving me a dispenser every time. I'm going crazy. Going crazy, I guess. Alright, so I was thinking is it might look cool to do essentially background books too. That might be too much book. Either way, I can block off the bedroom from the library entirely. I could, I don't know, maybe do something else over here. If I wasn't going to do a staircase up to the bedroom, I could kind of make this go to like a guest bedroom. Not that that would really add much to the house, because, you know, very much a bachelor.
You want a cookie?
Oh, yes, please. I see you found the cookie I made for you, too.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all falling apart. I mean, cookies. Ah, ooh, hot. Still hot. Not gonna touch the cookie right now. Let's see. Oh. Oh my goodness. How long has my chat been messing up for? So I just went to, I just went to my, Streamlabs, and I did not see any of your messages. Does YouTube tell me how long ago that was? Jesus. I was like, man, my chat's really quiet. I'm sorry, guys. So let's see. In order, Yo Zombie Ninja, I hope you're still here. Thought you did fix that. Ah, okay. So maybe you did fix it, and I just never added it to my version, because I'm lazy and forgetful sometimes. I hate the word lazy, so just forgetful and not always feeling it. Beautiful. I will grab that fixed chain right now. God, that must have been a while ago, if we're still talking about the fixed chain. Save image. Let's see. With lots of scaffolding? I'm not sure what you were referencing the scaffolding for danger. You could do the corners like the large tower, that way you blend them in with the big pool tower? Isaki's are regular? Yeah, I just need to, like, if you guys don't reply for a while, I'm just gonna need to start, I don't know, refreshing my browser more often. It's really weird. So here, let's swap back to the Adventurers Guild. An entity. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let me Google that real quick. Yeah, isekais are regular. You're gonna have to narrow that down for me, buddy. But yes, I'm making an adventuring guild, and effectively, it's like a coalition of guilds all working together, all kind of in one spot. So it's kind of like almost like a magic school. It's like one big school, and then you have all the different schools working together. In this case, you have the hospitality, almost like the, I can't think of the word. Organization, events, maybe even bard-like in some way. Or maybe just the head office. We'll just call it the head office for now. You have the guild. with the bar and rooms to stay at, even with the little job posting board. It's kind of like the main thing you come to when you first come in. Fisherman's Guild, Miners Guild, which I want to do way more with the Miners Guild instead of just having it way back there. We're definitely going to have a section somewhere in here. That's very much like a big spot for them. Let's see. And then the Botany Guild, the Alchemist Guild, the Protectors, or the Guard Guild, the Mage Guild, still working on the tower. Not very good at towers, so it's been a struggle. And of course, the Dwarven Forging Guild. So I did know what isekais are. I thought he was, or they were, referencing a specific one. Because, I mean, adventuring guilds aren't exclusive to isekais, I believe. But yeah, I'm trying to make it very fantastical. I just heard a weird noise. Hello?
Hello?
I heard a weird noise.
It was dishes.
Oh, dishes. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to make it like a very high fantasy almost. Not like super high fantasy. Like the world is very magical and very interesting. There's lots of things going on. So even if you don't have magical powers, lots of magic exists. But essentially the idea of high magic, like the very high levels of magic, are still more rare. So you could essentially find like potions or scrolls that do just about anything in terms of D&D, like level 1, 2, or maybe even 3 third level spells and effects are very common, but anything like higher level is not. It's essentially like any apprentice can like throw together a scroll. So yeah, lots of like really basic magic exists, and there's a lot of it, which is why you're able to do a lot of cool stuff. But you're not gonna have like full-on floating cities, although I did discover a literally naturally spawned floating desert city. I have screenshots. I don't want to fly all the way out there because I don't quite remember where it is. But I will post a screenshot in the Discord after I'm done with streaming. I don't want to waste time doing that. Oh god. It's already 2:30. So the fun thing is, if you're new to this, I've actually been writing lore for the world as I go. And essentially anywhere that there's a little bit of a lore dump, I plan on putting these little pedestals with a book kind of explaining everything about it. Like these crystals, essentially what this is supposed to be is, for all intent and purposes, it is a glowstone. But instead of the nether, these spawn naturally very deep underground, like deep, almost near bedrock. And essentially, they kind of absorb natural light. And it's almost like a light battery, I guess. Kind of like most glow material, light goes into it, it charges up, and then it releases it. This is even more intense though, is it absorbs a lot of light and then essentially converts any sort of light into daylight, which is essentially the filter it comes through. So the reason why there's a bunch of lanterns hanging around this is effectively it hits the crystals at different angles, fills it up, and then it radiates effectively sunlight. So I've called them sunstones. Or I guess sun shards sound really cool because they don't look like stones, they look like a crystal. And these things are incredibly delicate. Any cut or any crack, any fracture essentially renders them almost inert. So, and essentially, instead of digging these up, you have to dig around them, kind of like trees, and take the whole slab and set it down. So that's exactly what this is. And to kind of illustrate that point, actual grass is growing around here where there's no sunlight. Grass grows here because sunlight is natural. But everywhere else you see grass or any kind of green is going to be essentially moss or other cave-dwelling plants. This is effectively what I'm going for. I plan on doing something similar over here. Because I put another glowstone here. Or a sun shard. So yeah, I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with over there. I'm thinking it might actually need to go down here, or perhaps over here. I think that would look really cool, because there's kind of like this little island piece right here. Or maybe just in the middle of the water, kind of like a fountain. That would be sick. Which would allow all of this greenery to grow naturally. And then, of course, anywhere there isn't natural sunlight, you would need kind of like glow lights, effectively. Ooh, that's really cute. Oh shoot, can't really do that over here because of the window. We get rid of the window or make it only a upper window, but no. But yeah, this is the Herbalist Guild. A little bit of alchemy, but it's mostly plant related. Like, they're not really making potions, they're more making like herbal remedies, fertilizers, extracts. So you have these basins of water that pump up through a duct. And the cool thing is with these lightning rods, the particles actually drip down them, so it looks like a little sprinkler. Same up here. This one pumps water through these water boxes, kind of from the top down. Essentially sprays water onto the soil and it leaks down into the roots to the plant. And essentially you have this spore flower dripping directly into a cauldron. That's fun. A nice little backyard here, full of plants. And of course a waterfall. And now the cool thing with the Alchemist Guild, I built this first before I built any of this. Essentially a crane holding a giant potion bottle that dips down essentially into the waterfall, collects enough water, and then they just make a potion in it. And then over here is the Alchemy Guild, where they're practicing making all kinds of manner of horrific things. So the first thing is this purple liquid, which is essentially extracts of like ender creatures, different dimensional entities, and essentially this vat, and it pumps this liquid through this duct, and it pours out into these test tubes, which have creatures that they're essentially making themselves. And it pumps through this duct all the way down, because this is a waste product for the most part, and dumps out into this lovely little area, which I feel like I've done a fairly decent job of making it look desolate in various stages. Like, you have like completely desolate, followed by, you know, just really like badlands, then withered grass. And then of course, like, you have the really thick stuff in the middle, then it kind of splays out into like it mixes with the water, so it's dripping out thick sludge that turns into, it's like a slurry in the water, and then the water is, you know. And then I did a lot of shulk kind of in here to kind of, you know, show that there's a lot more going on. And of course, plenty of jars with skulls on them, kind of like I'm thinking of the why can't I think of the word? Like the biohazard barrels. Also, I used banners to kind of like look like it's flowing out. It's not perfect, but it works. And then, yeah, plenty of barrels oozing out material and dripping down. You know, I think honestly, the frog light by itself, not covered by carpet, is pretty cool. But yeah, this is all like oozing out, and then it's dripping down into this little puddle here. And then, of course, over here is where they're essentially making their super soldiers. And then over here, this is essentially where they get the essence for this thing. I could. I planned on either making this an adventure map or an SMP or whatever you guys want, really, but I'm just making it for the intent of you guys to enjoy. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to upload this map for a while now. I will do so today, as long as I don't forget. Essentially, I made a portal here where they extract all the essence and the ingredients they need for this. I know that's a nether portal, but you can't really make an end portal look cool because it's down. I guess I could have made a downward portal, but that would have taken up a lot of room. But it's kind of meant to look like an infinity mirror with laser beams kind of holding the portal open. And then up here, like these are the empty tanks they fill with fluid. Actually, you know what? It might be interesting. Oh, I need to fix that still. Essentially put like empty glass on top so it looks like they're still filling them up. Actually, various stages. There we go. And this is where they actually charge. Like you put the creature in and then you charge it with energy. Little lasers, zap zap. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. It took me like 3 episodes to figure this out. So that's like 9 hours minimum. Yeah, I hope you guys are interested in this because I put in a fair amount of work into this, and I would love for you guys to enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed building it. Interesting. This would be cool to make into an adventure map of sorts. I'm just not sure quite how to do that yet. Maybe I can team up with some other cool guys in the Minecraft community. I also plan on building a little tower post there, kind of like a lookout. And of course, this is kind of like where you drop off from the elevator with all the supplies. This is kind of like the Watchman outpost. So you can come here. There's essentially like a little hostel that you can rest in, and then of course the main bunk for the guard, and then the storehouse with all the materials in it. And then from here, you just kind of go off onto an adventure wherever you need to go. Or alternatively, you could go this way towards the Dwarven Guild, which I am super happy with how this came out. I want to make a lava ducks, which reminds me, oh shoot, I never fixed that. There's actually lore behind this as well. Essentially, dwarves are more like surface-dwelling creatures. But then they started digging down, and they sort of became more cave-like creatures, or people, I guess they're not really creatures. Cave-like dwellers, and eventually they dwelled deep down and built a massive city, and they essentially became your stereotypical like Tolkien dwarves, that they build like massive empires underground. And the lore behind that is they eventually discovered a strange plant life growing down there, which is the skulk. I think that's right, skulk? Yeah, the skulk plants. And at first they took some home to kind of examine it, but eventually that specimen grew out of control, and eventually the specimens they found out in the wild grew closer and closer, just kind of encroaching on their territory, and took it over. And not only that was that a problem inherently, but then it started getting weird, and that's when like the warden stuff came to be. Essentially all these skulk creatures came out and attacked them and forced them to flee, so they made a portal to the Nether, and they ran through the Nether there. And they lived in the Nether for a very long time, and they learned how to survive in very intense environments, and even befriended the piglings. And then effectively a war broke out with them over something. Haven't quite gotten that far yet, but essentially war broke out and they were forced to flee again. So they fled again. This time the portal was far enough away from their old civilization that they're far away from the skulk material, at least as far as they're concerned and hope for. But the problem is, living not only underground for so long, but also in the nether, their body can't really live around sunlight too well. They're very photosensitive, almost like Drugar, the dark dwarves from like D&D. So they can't like live on the surface, and they can't go too high up. It's almost like what's the word? Atmospheric pressure, except kind of inverse. Like they can't go to a lighter pressure environment, so they can only stay deep underground. So they kind of made a deal with the surface dwellers. Like they bring them stuff from up top down, and the dwarves bring them stuff from deep down up. But because they were in the nether for so long, they not only discovered the quartz material, but also how to use it for extreme situations. So essentially, anytime they deal with lava or they want something fairly impressive, they build it out of quartz, and quartz is able to resist extreme temperatures, which is how they built lava ducts out of this stuff without fear of them melting. Lore dump, sorry. Do you have any quests made? No. I'm essentially building everything and kind of writing story as I go. And then we'll kind of figure that out along the way. Also, I wonder if this would look better this way instead. Or just like this. No. Maybe like this instead? Nah. I guess that looks fine as it is. Meh. No, I like the original. Now I need to fix that lava. Now I want another cookie. I crave it. But yeah, I don't have any quests made or anything like that yet. That would be really cool, but that sounds like getting into mod territory, and I'm not that talented. Like I said, maybe I could team up with someone else way more talented than myself. But for now, this is all just pretend for funsies. In the resource pack, we could add extra weapons and like stabs and stuff, but effectively they wouldn't do anything besides having a different texture. Effectively. With CIT, you're able to essentially rename an item and then give it a different texture based on its name. Okay, if you like that idea, we could totally do it. I've always wanted to set this texture pack apart from the others. DokuCraft does a great job with their pack, but it's always felt a little... They do a lot of cool stuff, but I feel ultimately our visions are different. Which is... I actually did work with them for a little bit until they basically told me that I can't really share my own version of the texture pack. So I was like, I'm gonna go back to something I can make myself and actually be able to share with people. And then I grouped together all of the old texture artists that worked on Gyaradoku, including Danger, who has done a lot. Oh, I was talking about teaming up? Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of mod packs that already do something like that. But we'll see. That's a very big scope of things. For now, I just want to focus on building and storytelling, and then we can worry about the other stuff as we go. Anyway, I got distracted. Still got about 20 minutes, so we can get some stuff done. But yeah, it's super fun info dumping about this stuff. If it wasn't obvious by my inability to do anything else but info dump for the last 15 minutes. It's probably one of the reasons why I do that literally every time someone asks about it. Hey Tyken, what are you building? Oh, what's that? Oh, well, let me tell you everything I've done so far. Alright, so let's see. Now, I know there is like a... what is it? Like a voxel brush. I'm not sure if there's a way to do it, but I would love to just essentially paint the surface of all of this into dirt. Because I'm just some teenage dirt blocks, baby. Crafting some mine. That was funny. That would be cool. Maybe I could be the next direwolf. No, that dude's got talent. There's no way I can compete. But it's a cool idea. How far over do I want to make this? Well, I don't want any like empty spots. Maybe I'll just have this come along. So I want as few empty spots as possible. Even if it's not like being used for anything, I just want like a piece taking up space there. I want to have this about a block or two away from the edge. Yeah, it was actually a little inspired by Fairy Tail. Not like exclusively. It has a lot of... I mean, what are we if not just culminations of the media we consume? How does that go? Stealing from one source is plagiarism, but stealing from many is inspiration? Oh, I was like, why is that pillar so high? That explains it. But yeah, the idea is you take ideas and kind of mash them together and then add your own twist and flair. Kind of like your own art style in a way. It's difficult to do something 100% original in a vacuum, so... I think what I'm gonna do is anywhere that it's only like one lower, I'm just gonna replace that with dirt. That way this boardwalk isn't huge. Actually serves a little bit more purpose. I think what we're gonna do here, this is gonna be the end of the boardwalk. Ooh, that's just really far apart. Maybe if I put this one here instead? Still be kind of far apart for my tastes. Maybe right here. Hey! Kind of like a montage? Do you mean like a montage? Or is this a reference to something I don't know about? Ah, montage. All right. By the way, Entity, are you new to this stream? I don't believe I've seen you here before. I only ask because I am always excited when new people join. Also need to work on the overlay, because for some reason these overlays don't work super great together. Need to work on the dirt overlays. Oh, wonderful. May I ask how you discovered this stream? You just come to my channel, saw one of my tweets, entirely independent of either of those. I don't want that one weird one sticking out. That's weird. We'll do this too. So I believe today I decided to post on my old channel, and I'm hoping that helped a little bit. Minecraft live topic. Okay, so YouTube is actually promoting my content. That's great. It's always nice to have a new viewer. Long story short, I've been a YouTuber for, oh, what, like 10 years now? Oh, more than that. Oh my god. I've been a YouTuber, so I want to say since I was 22, which is a while. So I think like 12 years. So, yeah. I'm not really trying to rebuild my former glory, but I am trying to build back a viewer base. I really enjoyed what I did. That's gonna bother me a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. You know what? I guess it would be a lot easier to just do it from the ground up. Oh, that's gonna look a little weird from the ground below. Well, I guess you're not gonna really see that too much, so not a biggie. Oh, you are? Okay, you have seen my stuff before, but you're new to the live stream. Okay, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Still very exciting. It's again like even though I have like 100,000 subscribers on my old channel, not a lot of those people know about my new channel. A, because YouTube sucks at giving any kind of news to viewers, unless you specifically check that little freaking bell thing. It doesn't tell anyone anything, and even then, it just gets lost in your feed. Like, I'm subscribed to a few channels, and I love to see their stuff, and even then, I don't even get all of their stuff. Like, I don't get a notification or anything. I mean, sometimes there'll be like a little bell in the upper box, but it's like, there's no way to easily clear those. So you just kind of become immune to it after a while. YouTube's system is terrible. I dislike it immensely. I'll keep that there. I guess we can just fill in a top layer. I'm worried about losing a little bit of workable space, but we can burn that bridge when we get to it. I guess right here it's not a biggie deal because I want some movable space. For the most part, we'll keep things just a layer on top. I think I kind of want this rock to kind of be sticking out. No. Kind of want to do a little terraforming right here. Oh, I'm the veteran. Okay, okay, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. So, yeah, long story short with the whole YouTube thing, effectively, I was a YouTuber for a good long while, and then I joined a network, first mistake, and because I originally had my account hacked. I wouldn't say hacked, it was phished. I fell victim to a very, very stupid scam. But anyway, so I I got my channel back, and I decided it would be a good idea to, I guess that's better than nothing, to join up with a network in case anything like that happened again. I at least had, you know, ties to a network which could talk to YouTube on my behest. Because as far as I know, like, any network essentially had to have some kind of contact with YouTube. And my problem was, like, I could prove it was my account every step of the way, but I could not get in touch with anyone. And essentially the scammer eventually felt bad, or maybe worried they would get in trouble. I don't know the details. But, you know, eventually I got my account back simply because it was just given back to me. For reference, by the way, I'm not sure if that person was ever a fan or even still keeps check on me. All is forgiven. I don't have any, what's the word? Hard feelings about what happened. But anyway, I lost my channel, and I decided to join a network, and that didn't do anything for me. They were just taking 5% of my paycheck every month, and they literally did nothing to promote my channel. And when the contract finally ended, I was like, you know what? It's just not for me. I'm sorry. And they're like, cool, all right, bye. Like, they didn't even try to convince me or anything. And then literally, the day after I got my channel back, which was, because effectively what happens is they take, like, it's still your channel, you can upload to it, but they essentially have access to it. Like, ooh, that's not what I want at all. I can't think of the wording for it. They're the managers of your channel. So they can, like, they kind of have a thing. I don't know what to call it. They have control of your channel. And then literally the day after I got my channel back under my own administrative rights, I got my monetization removed entirely. So I was not able to monetize any of my videos. Like, I could upload them, sure, but like I couldn't make any money from them at all. And I tried getting in contact with YouTube, which, as you can imagine, very fruitless. I tried every channel, every means I could to get in contact with somebody from YouTube, but that just doesn't really exist. YouTube isn't really, what's the word? Moderated at all. It's pretty much all controlled by bots at this point. It's crazy. And even back then it was already pretty controlled by bots. Now I can only imagine it's one AI that has no idea what it's doing. But effectively, the reasoning for the loss of monetization was that I had invalid click activity, which essentially translated into I used a bot or a program or something to generate a bunch of clicks and views that weren't generated naturally, like you guys coming and clicking or viewing my videos. And I was like, yo, I didn't do this. And they go, do you have any proof? And I go, proof that I didn't do something? No, you got me there. I can't prove I didn't do anything. And they're like, cool, then you're not getting your stuff back. And I'm like, and that was really sad. I basically kind of got depressed for a while and just quit YouTube. The only reason I came back, actually, was for my viewers. A lot of them grew up with my videos, and they reached out to me and they're like, hey, I'm not sure if you're the right Tyken or if you're even still around, but, you know, I grew up watching your videos, I love your content, and you were a big part of my childhood. And I was like, oh, dang. and I didn't feel bad necessarily, but I was like, man, you know what? Like I've always wanted to make a difference in the world, and I realized this whole time I had, even in just small ways. And I realized that I was making a positive influence on the world one way or another. So like even if it was just making somebody's day a little bit better after like coming home from school or work, and you know, like you take whatever small pleasures you can get. Like whether it's coming home and like sitting down with your favorite book or a comforting TV show, you know, whatever. I was that to somebody, and even though I'm not even making money anymore off of YouTube, even now with a new channel and everything, I decided that I'm not doing it for those reasons anymore. I'm doing it for you guys, effectively. And as sappy as that sounds, it's true. I enjoyed being a part of your lives, and enjoyed all of you being a part of mine. And now that streaming is a thing with a live chat, it's a lot easier. I feel a lot more connected with you guys than I've ever have. And it honestly has been great for my mental health as well. Knowing that I'm back and making a difference, no matter how small. And just trying to put a little smile on your face, or giving you something to listen to in the background. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that long, sappy rant. But yeah, now, Entity, if you'd like, you can also be part of my great community. No, like, commitment or anything. I'm just saying, like, as long as you're here, you're part of the community. That's what I'm saying. In a more straightforward, less weird way. Which, by the way, both yourself and anyone else watching, more than welcome to join my Discord. Like I said, plenty of great people there, all very supportive. In fact, that is where you can find pretty much everything you want to know. I wouldn't say no, but like everything you would want from my channel. I have all my save files, all of my, well, all of the resource packs stuff. Frequently give notifications whenever I'm streaming, and I don't ever spam that, so you don't have to worry about that being annoying. Okay, so I really like this, but I don't like this support right here. I think I'm just gonna put it right here and have this just go straight across, or at least, yeah, straight across. I want at least one little line of wood all the way around. Boom. There we go, that looks fairly good. Although, probably put you right there. I don't know why, that just feels like it fits better. Actually doesn't feel better. What? It just feels out of place now. Weird. Alright. It's looking good. Now let's see. Probably gonna need one on both sides, but I mostly want one from the viewing side. That's going to be kind of low, so I'm not sure how I'm going to pull that off. Can't really do it on these either. I guess I could do it from lower, like right here. What song is this? Moon City? This sounds really familiar. This is Chillcraft. Oh. That's why it sounds familiar. It's a freaking Minecraft song. Anyway, speaking of which, I would love to hear any suggestions you might have for this build. If you think it could use something, or if you think... why can't I word? If it just needs something. It's always fun to add stuff. Guess I could always get rid of that. Give it a little bit of space for like a crop below it. Or, I guess I could always get rid of that piece. Boom, boom. Well, this needs to be down further regardless. Not sure what to do about that. I can't do that. Although I could do this. That would work and hold the thing. Look, there you go. And you plop it up and you turn off the light. There you go. Easy peasy. Alternatively, I could have like a lamp post on the short ones. Howdy, easy. Terrible timing. I was just about to wrap up, but I'll stay around a little bit longer just because you just joined. I'm also really enjoying this session of Minecraft in general. I've actually been looking forward all week to doing this. A lot of fun. I almost feel like I don't need the middle one. I just need closer center ones. So like maybe right here. And then maybe right here. Yeah, I think that looks better. Way better. In fact, I think I should actually move this over one. I don't know what it is, like a feng shui thing. It seems about right. Arguably, I would say that needs to move over one more, but I think it's fine. Okay, maybe not. I moved them both over too much in one direction or another. But yeah, I didn't need that center one at all. That looks good. So, some Sonium files? Yeah. I live in Arizona right now, so anytime I can get some decent weather, I'm for it. Arizona has the worst weather. I'm trying to get out of here eventually. Saving up money is hard. Especially with the current economy. I could go on about the economy. I also just have that right there. Bam. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. So professional too. Oh. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Just do that. That looks so good. Maybe open this up a little bit more too. Kind of. It needs some stone stairs. There you go. Oops. There we go. Make it very clear where the aqueduct ends. That's the weird thing that's been happening. Oh, I think I clicked it and rolled at the same time. I think that's why I've been getting weird random items. No, don't want that. Stairs. makes sense. There we go. Actually. No, that's not going to work. Not the way I want it to. Proof of concept. Yes. Yes. My partner and I were thinking about moving to Seattle. Not entirely certain for sure, but we are going to be visiting there soon for a wedding, and because they lived out there for a while on their own and they loved it there, and I'm okay with living out there. My only problem is I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like to work, because you know I'm construction. Had this thing called Oxygen. Yeah, I'm sure Arizona used to be a great place to live, but essentially as more concrete is thrown about, it essentially becomes more and more of just like a microwave or an oven. I guess I could do something similar to this. Instead of using like a full block bottom, I could use a slab bottom. Had them slab bottom jeans, the slabs with the fur. I guess that wouldn't be too much of an issue, because you can't really see that from there. Oh no. Well, the water's not doing any damage. It's a concrete oven, honestly, and it's only getting worse to live out here because all the corporations are moving in, and it's driving the prices of everything up. Like, the living situation here was already bad, and it's only getting worse. Only getting worse. That's really cute. I like that. Okay, see, it's really weird. Like, I want to do something with that. Well, maybe... What if I did... Oops. What if I did that? Oops. Fudge. That's not gonna work. Well, just put that there. And that doesn't need to be there. So yeah, aqueduct. Oh, hey. That's probably what that needs. There we go. I don't really think it needs one all the way back there. Yeah, it's not even like it's the problem is a lot of like can't think of the word. So a lot of warehouses and production facilities moved out here because they saw the success of one of them. I can't remember which one. I think Amazon. Because it's fairly like tax incentivized to do so, to move out here, I mean, and conduct business. And it's a pretty centralized location with like California and everything. So like, why have like expensive things in California when you can just, or expensive warehouses in California when you can just ship it a few extra hours away from Arizona? So that's what they've essentially been doing, and it's not been good. I mean, lots of jobs have popped up for like construction workers, but I don't think it's good overall for the overall economy of the situation, because eventually those jobs are going to get done and they're going to dry up, because why would you keep, you know, I mean, I'm sure the jobs aren't going to slow down anytime soon, but like, it's kind of like a mining town. Eventually, all the stuff is done, and the only thing you can do is kind of move on. And it's also just getting ridiculously expensive to live out here. Like, I am certain I'll never be able to afford a house while I'm living here. Ooh, I wanted to do that, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I guess I could do that, but that seems kind of weird. I guess I could also just put like a solid block right there. How does that look? Kind of weird. What if I did this? That works, kinda. Yeah, that works. Yeah. And it's only getting worse because they're putting a lot of microprocessor factories out here. Like Intel is a big one. And I can't remember the other one. Someone from like Philippines or Thailand. I can't remember what chip processing or where the chip processing plant is from. But they're also out here. And it's just like how chip processing plants use a lot of freaking water. A lot of freaking water. Like so much water. It's crazy. So, and of course you need clean potable water for that. So what are you gonna do? Not use potable water? Other way. How are we gonna do this? So we want these all to connect. So something like that probably, but with less water issues. Oh goodness. Gracious. We'll just fix this in a second. Need you. Bang. I think that's fine just the way it is. Doesn't need to be a fancy angle. Yeah. Dude, I've got so many people I need to visit. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, no. I was like, why isn't this working? Yeah, I've got so many people I need to visit. And not enough time to do it. Being union now is great, but also... Oh, by the way, I joined the electrical union. But still, it's minimum of like 40 hours a week. Or not 40. Like 50 hours a week, sometimes for 58. So like Saturdays included. Very rarely more than that, but it's crazy. Like, how are you supposed to live your life like that? I don't care that much about that. Okay, that's good enough. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. What could I do instead? I could trim that off. It gives a little bit more depth to it, but not necessarily good depth. I almost hate to say it, but I think a layer of stone underneath would look good. Ugh. Maybe... Yeah, I think maybe if we did that, that would look a little bit better. Hey, hey. But yeah, the finally unionized. I got super tired of dealing with BS every day. And union life isn't like the catch-all be-all. Like, it's especially because Arizona's union is fairly weak in terms of bargaining power. Especially because apparently they've had a very corrupt, I guess, union president for a while now. And he was definitely taking side deals. They got rid of him, and now they're finally starting to bargain for the people again. Just, you know, a real shame, right? Like, granted, he got voted in, but, like, the fact that he was able to do that for so long, ugh, really chuffs me. I don't know how to use the word chuffs. Makes me chuffed? I don't know. I have to look up the, what's the word? Lexicon. You know what? We're not going to bother with that. There we go. Let's do that. What's the UG about? Ah, there we go. That works. And again, not perfect, but it adds just enough depth. Although I am really tempted to have a different bottom at the very least. Yeah. The problem is the middle class doesn't care so much about the lower class because they're like, I have mine. And if they wanted this, they should just work harder. Alright, have a good day, Bree. In fact, I'm gonna get out of here myself. I mostly just had fun talking to you and extending my stream a little bit longer, because this is enjoyable. Yeah. Well, yeah, keep in touch. You don't have to wait to bother me on stream to bother me in general. We friends. For those of you curious, Bree is a good real life friend of mine and also a streamer, so you should check out their channel. Oh shoot, I forget it off the top of my head. Oh my god. Bree, before you go, drop your channel, please. Oh yeah, that looks immensely better. Alright, bye. Have a good one. Yeah, that looks immensely better. Alright, we'll worry about the rest of this another time, but it looks good. I like it. I also hope I didn't scare all of you off with my sappy, sentimental things I've said earlier. But no, for real. I do appreciate all of you. I love streaming every week and talking to and with all of you. I want to get rid of this before I can conclude everything. Yeah, that's a great amount of progress. I'm very happy with this. Alright. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I look forward to seeing you next Sunday.